Hi everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. How many of you play music at your business, whether it be a restaurant, cafe, or just offices, or even dentistry to all the way to GP clinics? Music makes a big impact in business sales. That is why in Australia, pursuant to the Copyright Act, all music playing in public places such as restaurants, cafes, pubs, in businesses, even car repair shops are required to pay licensing fees. This is so because music makes a big impact. How much do you say? Well, it's simple. Research shows it. 78% of restaurant customers say that they are more influenced and are more willing to stay and eat more if there's great music playing in the background. Whereas for retail, 90% of customers are more willing to enter into a retail store if there's a great music. This is because of numerous benefits that the businesses obtain from simply playing music at their premises. All businesses in Australia must, if they're playing music in their premises, to obtain what is called a public performance rights license. So what is public performance rights? Public performance right is an agreement between the music user, the composer, and the performer. It is where you agree to use their music in exchange for a fee, as shown in this diagram right next to me. In Australia, APRA obtains the licensing fees associated for the composers, whereas PPCA collects the fees associated with the performer. For example, a music, let's say Hello, is composed by individual C and performed by Beyonce. APRA will collect the fees associated with for the composer individual C, whereas PPCA will collect the fees associated with Beyonce's performance. How many of you play music videos in your restaurants, cafes to keep your customers entertained? Even playing music videos at your premises increases your business sales, as research shows. Hence why, even playing radio, music, or music videos, you would have to pay a licensing fee associated. You have two choices. You can either play background music, which is just instrumental, or popular songs are sung by less known artists. There are many companies out there that provide background music. So when you buy CDs or playlists from them, you can be rest assured that you're paying the right licensing fees. Or alternatively, you can pay directly to OneMusic. OneMusic is a joint venture created by APRA and PPCA to make it easier for businesses to obtain licensing rights. Based on extensive research, they've made it easier and came to an agreement in terms of fees to make it easier for businesses. They made the fees also more affordable commercially for businesses. If your premises is much smaller, you pay less fees compared to a retail or a business that occupies a bigger premises. This is different because previously, whether you own a big premises or small premises, you had to pay the same fees. Some of you out there may have subscribed to Spotify and made an account and paid the appropriate fees. And you may think, well, I paid it, so I have right to play the music at my premises, don't I? Unfortunately, Spotify playlists are for personal use. There are businesses out there, like this one, that do allow you to use Spotify to play at your business premises. However, just because you have a personal account or a family account with Spotify doesn't give you the entitlement to play music at your premises, because you will need to obtain a commercial license to play that. So what's the worst that could happen to me if I don't obtain public performance rights for my business and I just continue to play Spotify at my premises? Well, it's simple. Let's look at this case. In 2018, a Melbourne cafe, Her Little Sister, was fined to pay $185,000 for breach of copyright by APRA and PPCA. So do you think it's worth it? In the past few years, PPCA and APRA has been more prevalent in fining businesses for breach of copyright. This is so because composers, performers, video makers, and music makers spend so much time in making that song that you love so much. It is because their livelihood is dependent on you playing that song. That is why APRA and PPCA are coming after businesses. If your business is benefiting from playing their music, then it's just simple and reasonable for them to also profit a little bit from you for playing that music as well. I know there are so many expenses as business owners that you would have to think about. I'm also a business owner and I also have to consider various expenses. But for expenses like public performance rights license, is so pivotal and is an expense that should be at top of your priority along with the ATO obligations as well as your governmental or statutory obligations. Because business depends on each other. So you, by playing their music, you're helping not only the composers and the performance, but you're also benefiting yourself. If this is the case, then isn't it worth paying a little bit more bucks in terms of licensing fees to have the free right to play various music for your customers? If you want to find out more about public performance rights for your business, please contact MYG Legal and we will direct you and guide you in terms of finding the right license for your business and ensure that you are compliant with the copyright law in Australia. I hope you found today's episode informative. Music is a critical part of our business, and I hope that you will do the right thing by subscribing to the right license for your business and help the composers and the performance that benefit your business. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and continue to obtain great information that's necessary for you to run a successful business in Australia. Thank you.